with the 2023 Rocky Mountain Growler. Now I think for the money this is a great bike. You can find it at just under $1,300, so it comes in $200 under our limit. It is on sale right now. It's regular $1,600, but we're kind of at that time of the year. We're midway through 2023 where a lot of the bikes will be coming on sale, so it's a great time to pick up a new Rocky Mountain Growler 20. Things I like about this bike: 29-inch tires, 130mm fork, aggressive geometry that allow you to basically, I would say this bike can tackle any trail. It's really just your skill ability, and you can basically just upgrade whenever you want. I don't think this bike will ever really hold you back from doing anything. I believe it has a dropper post as well. It does have a dropper post as well. So overall, as well as 180mm brakes, which looks great, and a 1x drivetrain. So overall, I think this bike looks great. So that's what I have it here at this spot. Next up, we got the Vitus Rapid 29. This one comes in at a bit less at 1.1k. Same thing with the 29-inch tires. The difference between this and the Growler, I would say this is more of a kind of an cross-country XC bike compared to the Growler, which is more of a aggressive downhill bike. So the geometry isn't as steep, I guess you could say. So yeah, I would say this is more for someone maybe on a tighter budget, or who lives in really kind of not super steep terrain, who does a lot of cross country riding. This bike would be great. Has a 120mm fork, as well as just a 120mm fork, 1x10 drivetrain. Looks pretty good. Some reasons to avoid: it only has 10 gears, and the reach could be a bit too short for some. So yeah. So next up, we have the Giant Fathom 2. This one's gonna come in at $1,300. Once again, on sale from $1,500. This one comes with 130mm of travel, but it has 27.5 tires. So that's probably its biggest comparison to the Rocky Mountain smaller tires. Pretty similar overall to the Rocky Mountain. It has its own like house brand suspension fork, so it has the Giant Crest 34 suspension, which is kind of interesting. Usually you don't see the bike company using their own suspension, but that's kind of interesting. As well as the dropper seat post, that's always great. 1x drivetrain. Overall, this looks like a great bike. You definitely could compare this to the Rocky Mountain. Pretty similar bikes. If I were to pick one, I'd probably go with the Rocky Mountain. I just think that the geometry looks a bit better, but both look like great bikes. Next up, we got the Trek Roscoe 6. This one has 120mm of travel on a SR Suntour fork. It is a coil fork, so I think that's like one of the downsides. Just air forks are better just for being able to set your suspension. You get plus size tires, which is always nice for a hardtail, just to give you a bit more like cushion, which are on 27.5 tires or wheel size, which is decent, I guess. I prefer the 29er. Geometry is good with a dropper post. Alright, up next we have the Kahuna. So the Kahuna is coming in at $1,500, so right at our limit. It has a 110mm fork. It's a RockShox silver air fork, so that's good. Yes, with a dropper post as well. So this one is another good option. The geometry looks pretty good. Maybe not the best compared to some of the other options. I would still maybe go with the Rocky Mountain, but it's another thing to look at. Lastly, we're going to cover the Norco Fluid. This was my personal hardtail. The Norco Fluid also comes in around that $1,500 range, but usually on sale you can find it around $1,200. Comes with a Suntour 120mm travel fork, 29-inch tires, and a dropper post, plus size tires, which always help cushion your ride. So that's my personal recommendation, as well as the Rocky Mountain Growler. Also looks really good, but basically anything on this list should be able to fit your needs. Whatever fits in your budget should be great for your first real mountain bike. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And comment down below more things you'd like to see from this channel. I'm very open to suggestions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.